Right. This is another targeted video about some of my testimony and what's happening. As I said before, what's happening here is we're going back into things they do. Like as a target individual, you're meant to. They push you to lose yourself and your mind. First of all, there's a persona they try to paint, but it looks so fabricated at the same time. At this point, it's like, how obvious is it that you guys are doing things and manipulating things and being forcing people to be nonsensical? Then they what they're going back to do is to go into the things they torment you, the time they torment you and make you think about it again. And see, that's proof we have. And they like to say like we have so much, but they have so much of what they've created. They have so much of what they've manipulated. There's these things they used to do. I'm scared to go on certain social uh, media. Like for example, I have an Instagram, but I'm very careful because what will happen is like when you scroll down, sometimes you see like reels of some sort of dances, and and there's this time when I was scrolling down. Oh my gosh, there was somebody who looked like a teenage kid, right? But she's trying to like she's dancing, and then we're trying to be like uh, like try to make herself look sexual, but it looked like a kid trying to look sexual. This person happens to be an Indian person, right? She looked like Indian from India, right? And to me, it was like she definitely looked like a teenager, right? But in my mind, what happens now, by the way, is as I said that what is every time somebody looks like a kid or is a kid, they're gonna give me stimulation. But not only that, you are being forced to like you have to say how they want you to know that kid's age. But not only that, in your mind, they start to try to go the other way. They want you to have this battle, right? They want to have the seesawing because I'm like, this is definitely a kid, definitely a teenage kid. That was the first thing. Is like this, is like a teenage kid for sure. I didn't have that. Then this started making me think and listen how illogical these people are and how stupid they can make you. They start making you think, oh, but you know, some Indian people look a little different. So she might just be just a young adult, but because she's an Indian, some Indian look a little, you know, different in some sort. Like they try to have, like, it makes no sense. So I was like, no, this is obviously a teenage kid. They start giving you this battle, right? They still forcing to have this battle, and I'm looking at so uh, it's so but they try to create this on arguments that's just nonsensical. And so you're not sure. And by the way, of course, they do the stimulation. They do some certain things. They do a few things, a few stimulation. And like this is a kid, and you can see she's trying, and like she's trying to dance, and look, like it's just look off. Really, it looks not normal. It looks not. It looks off from some sort. So I end up looking that up, looking up who is this person, right? I go on her profile picture, and then I I see this. It's like, oh my gosh, she looks very young on the profile picture. It's like in a Instagram picture, she's really young. This definitely a teenage kid. And I look her up on Google and found out she's just a 14-year-old kid. I thought, for initially, I thought maybe she was like 16, but even younger than that. And since then, like this is every time they always try to make me have this like back and forth and try to force me to look at kids in certain ways, right? I know it's what they do. And that's that. It was disgusting. But now they try to add extra argument in my head, like where did you after like finding that out, and then I went back to Instagram, and did you see again her dancing? And I think I did because I was like, oh my gosh, this is just a kid. Look at her try to dance. This is a baby. And they're like, oh, so you went back because you enjoyed it, huh? You wanted to see her in a sexual way. You wanted that. You see, you want some more of that. These people are disgusting. They're nasty. and they want you to, and they now they try to find ways to just continue to force you to have this nonsensical argument. It's them forcing you to experience these things. It's them trying to get you to to subscribe to this pedophilia persona they've created. I just woke up from dreams where they had me think of kids in so many disturbing ways. They're nasty. You know, they're now expecting me to be terrified of children, which is true. I am at this point because the reactions. But once I kind of see them for the kids that they are, and I'm looking at the thing that they, in their they try to create some, and I look at them doing, for example, in this case, after seeing how much of a kid she is, and I'm looking at her dancing, like, this kid, her parents are making her do this, right? So, but they're like, oh, you went back because you want to look at her even more. It's just nasty. It's nasty. They just try to make me accept these nonsensical things, this pedophilia things. It's just nasty. And you hear somebody call me a Robert. I have no interest in this nastiness that they want me to be. I know who I am, and I keep saying I know my imperfections. My imperfection. Trust me, this 14-year-old kid trying to dance in this way is not what I would be ever even. And in my head, they try to kind of change into like something else. Don't get- Of course, they made me have some kind of reaction. They always do. But um, now they're adding to it. They're adding to it, and in my head, they're like, "But if they give you reaction, what? Why would you go back?" And it's like, because after you see how young she is, the actual age, and you look at this kid trying to dance like that, he's like, "Oh my gosh, this is even more comical." Like it's, and she was trying to do like, "Oh no, you just want it because you like that reaction that will make you feel." They have no, like, it's just nonsensical. They continuously try to get you to accept this, and it's nonstop. And you hear some people say, talking about die for it, try for it. This, they know, obviously it's them doing this. They manipulate you like that. They've messed with this kid, do nothing to me, and nothing ever. But they are forcing me to have the reactions to that, and they are forcing me to have this illogical, like, back and forth to make me be even doubtful in regard of, like, if this is a kid or not. So I try to say, like, Indians and sometimes it's crazy. It's just stupid. And then on top of that, like, oh, but you see, but you, after finding out her age, you went back and you saw the real, this real. You see, you wanted more of that, huh? It's like, stop this. It's more like I want to see, like, after seeing how young she is, like, this kid was the one. They're making this kid dance like this, trying to be like, and it was obvious. Now I look at it, it's like, you see, that's why she was. You look off. Like, it just like look like, and it's almost laughable. But it looked like a kid trying to be, and like, no, you wanted more. You see, if you, and that's the kind of things that these people do. They try to go into whatever they can, and it's just to make you lose yourself. These people have no shame, and they tell you how they're gonna beat you up, kill you. It's like, listen, I will never subscribe to these things. You're nasty. You're the ones with the issue with this kind of pedophilia things.